Gauranga. Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada. Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada. Jesus Prabhupada, 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 Jesus Prabhupada. Jesus Prabhupada, 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 Jesus Prabhupada. Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada. Oh, my Lord Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus Prabhupada. Oh, my Lord Jesus. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Jesus Prabhupada. Jesus Prabhupada. Jesus Prabhupada. Jesus Prabhupada. Jesus Prabhupada, 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 Jesus Prabhupada. Oh, Krishna. Oh, my Lord, you're so wonderful. Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Shri Krishna, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Sri Gora Bhakta Vinda, Gora Bhakta Vinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gora Bhakta Vinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. So Tom, change that picture there for in case new people come. Let's not go beyond people's understanding. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, especially at these times. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita. It's a great picture, but you gotta. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita Gadadhar. Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, 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 Gauranga, Gauranga. 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Yeah, change that picture, Tom, for new people. Okay? Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna. So you answer some of these questions of people so we can, those who are watching. So then I can just kind of be here. I don't have to control everything, And kind of wake up everybody, We're sharing with people. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. The guy says, why are we crying? Please answer. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Lalita, you don't have to answer. Let these people that are watching, let them answer. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. You can tell Karuna I already paid for a subscription, so you can do more of the advertising to different channels and stuff now. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Too bad, I'm unfair today. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Oh, come on now. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Oh. Hare Krishna. Nope, it's Lalita's turn. Either she comes up or you stay down. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. I always do what I say. Well, usually, sometimes. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare. Okay, all right. Let's just chant some japa now. You can put your microphones on. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. So you compare the channels, whoever's doing that, because they had a 50% discount on the on this thing, so I renewed it. So now I can have more people we can share with here. They're already coming up to it again, asking their questions. Why are you guys crying? What's going on over there? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Put your sound on, everybody. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare.
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare, Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram,
Oh
Hare
my
Ram,
Lord, Sri
Ram
Krishna Chaitanya.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I'm sorry, I'm 100% focused now. Most I just got 90%, so now 100%. So I'm not going to be dealing with issues. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Go get your tissue. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, like Shamaguri. He's got a lot of tissues there. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. My Lord's hungry. He wants to eat. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. It's
Hare
the
Ram,
duty of the father to feed his child. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Rama Rama
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari
Hare
Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Ram,
Rama Rama Hari Hari Hari
Ram
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hari
Ram,
Hari Hari
Hare
Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari. Don't be
Ram,
distracted by the the Robin Hoods over there. Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hari
Rama
Rama
Rama Hari Hari
Hari
Hari Krishna Hari Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hari Hari
Hari Rama
Rama Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Ram,
Rama Rama Hari Hari Hari
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Hari
Rama
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Rama
Hari Hari
Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hari
Hari Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hari
Hari
Hari. You
Hari
push my button so
Hare
many
Krishna
times.
Hari
I don't need to
Krishna
stop.
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hari Hari Hari Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama Hare Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Krishna,
Rama
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Hari Hari
Hare
Hari Krishna
Hare,
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama,
Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama Rama
Hare
Hari Hari Hari
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare,
Hari Rama
Hare
Hari
Rama,
Rama
Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna.
Hare, Hare
Like Krishna
Krishna,
is just
Hare
laughing at you
Krishna,
both.
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare,
Hare. He thinks it's
Hare
hilarious.
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna. He's always stealing everybody's clothes. That's what he likes to do. Krishna, Krishna, and any clothing he sees, he just rips it off. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare
What do you
Krishna,
like it or
Hare
not?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare, Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna.
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Hare.
oh, I'll just give her way today. What the heck? Hare
Sorry,
Krishna,
Guru,
Hare Krishna,
sorry.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare,
Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare
dear.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
My
Krishna,
Lord Sri Krishna, my
Hare Ram,
Lord
Hare
Sri
Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Oh my
Krishna,
Lord Sri Krishna, oh my Lord Sri
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Ram,
oh my Lord Sri Krishna,
Hare Ram,
oh
Hare
my Lord Sri Krishna,
Krishna,
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna, 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 Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Oh
Hare
my Lord
Hare,
Sri
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Nityananda, Nityananda,
Krishna,
Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Nityananda,
Krishna, Hare
Nityananda,
Krishna,
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 Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare
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 Hare,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram Ram,
Hare Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Rama, 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya
Hare
Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Sri
Jaya
Chaitanya,
Jaya Shri
Jaya
Chaitanya, Jaya
Nityananda,
Jai
Nityananda,
Jai Shri
Jaya
Chaitanya,
Jaya
Jai
Shri
Nityananda,
Advaita
Advaita
Chandra,
Chandra,
Jai
Jaya
Shri
Jaya
Advaita
Bhakta
Chandra,
Vrinda.
Bhakta
Jaya
Vrinda.
Gora Bhakta Vrinda,
Let's
Hare
see.
Krishna, Hare
This is Chaitanya Charitamrita. Madhya Lila. The Lord begins his tour of South India. This is Madhya Lila, chapter 7. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, being very compassionate towards a Brahmin named Vasudev, cured him of leprosy. He transformed him into a beautiful man, satisfied with devotional service. Yeah, I'm not going to be looking at these. Oh, okay. All right. All right. So, Lalita's going on today. So, you know, so, okay, there you go. Lalita, it's your, whatever it is, her day. Today it's her day because she was up here. Tomorrow you can, or later on, you can go on next time. So, anyway, let me get to the preaching here. So, be quiet, everybody. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, being very compassionate towards a Brahmin named Vasudev, cured him of leprosy. He transformed him into a beautiful man satisfied with devotional service. I just love conclusive truth. Hare Krishna. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. A beautiful man satisfied with devotional service. You know, that's actually, you could be an ugly person, a very ugly person, and be satisfied with devotional service. Yeah. Actually, I don't know, maybe. Does anybody want to say anything? You're welcome to. Anybody can. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to say what I wrote, Guru Maharaj.
Does anybody want to say anything?
Yeah?
You're welcome to. See, let me put my, my thing was down. Go ahead there, Lily.
Yeah, I want to say what I wrote, Guru Maharaj.
Does anybody want to say anything?
Yeah?
Oh, what happened here? Oh, okay, I know what it is. Go ahead.
I would be very happy if you would defend me once. I just come back and she starts. It was, Lalita was there already yesterday evening. It's my turn. Why do you defend Yamuna for months and months and months? And when she's teasing me, never one reaction. Why don't you ever defend me? You don't want a martyr. I'm not going to be a martyr anymore. Finished. I know you like it. Ha, ha, ha. But I'm not going to do it anymore. Finished. I don't hear your answer. You're muted.
I'm so fortunate because I only get a very little chastisement. Thank you. You know I'm not so strong, so go ahead, share.
Why don't you defend me, Guru Maharaj? I also have the right to be defended. You just tell me, Lalita, you will be safe. You come in the Sangha, you come in the stream. She won't be there to attack you. And there she just shows up in the private chat and she starts. It's my turn.
This is probably why the Apostle Paul in the Bible said women should be silent in the church.
Hey, you shut up, man!
Yeah, that's a joke. Have a sense of humor.
Are you my guru?
Have a sense, Letitia, have a sense of humor. Look, we're all in this journey together, and fighting one another does not do much.
You just arrived in this Sangha. You don't know anything about this woman.
I don't know anything. You're right. I don't know anything about this world. You know it all. Come on. We're in this together. We're learning from each other. We don't need to argue and create chaos.
To you, William Griffith. Are you guru from now on? I was talking to my guru, not to you. Who do you think you are?
Okay,
it's the first time that I see your face. Yes, Lalita Fire. Thank you, Shama Sundari. I need a little bit of support.
Yeah. I think it's great. Yeah. Hey, William. Anyway, don't. William. Anyway.
It's great that he's gone.
Yeah. Well, that's all it is. Yeah, no, I think, if you're feeling this way, you should tell it, you should express yourself. Like you say,
Yamuna, can you stop? Playing the guru? Mrs.? Nope.
Yeah.
Even if you're not sitting here on your throne, you even are correcting the whole Sangha. You're guiding everything here. You're taking the guidance again. Who do you think you are?
Should
you like it, Guru Maharaj? This is fun, eh? This is what you wanted, eh? You wanted this wrestling, eh? Look at your face, man.
I don't know, the fire, even when you're angry, it's so beautiful to me. I don't know why.
Blah, blah, blah.
I can't help it. I just feel my
You
heart feels.
tease me. She teased me the blood from under my nails, Guru Maharaj, for 5 years. Lying about me, speculating, teasing me. And when I finally react, you laugh.
I don't know. I don't have it. I don't feel like I have any control over it. My heart feels so good about this. Like I don't know. It's just I love seeing you being, how you really are and speaking up, man. I don't know. My heart just seems to be happy with that. I don't know why. You want to tell her? You want me to put her? I mean, I just ask you. You want me to put her up that you can just tell her directly? I mean, or no?
No, Guru
No,
Maharaj,
no.
I said enough
But she's
already. I'm
down there. She's
exhausted.
seeing everything. Okay.
I'm exhausted, and I don't want to look at that face because she's a sadist. She starts to laugh. That's what she likes.
Mhm.
She has what she wants. She wanted the wrestling, and she always gets what she wants. You take care of that. She always gets what she wants. And you never defend me. You never defended me. On the contrary. Hmm.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I never thought about defend. I don't know. It just didn't come into my mind to do that. I don't know why. I just. Well, passion is passion. The fact that it's happened today. Oh yeah, yeah. By the way, William, this is part of it. It's not unfortunate actually. It's good for it's all everything is absolute here.
Guru
This
Maharaj
is
made sure that it was happening. You arranged all this.
I didn't do
Yeah, you arranged all this.
it.
Yeah, you could have
What?
said to me, yeah,
What did
yeah,
I
yeah.
do? I just came here to
What
chant
did
Hare
you do?
Krishna.
You promised me to be safe now today. You say you come.
No,
You promised me to be safe.
yeah, I did, but that's why I kept her down there. I kept her down. You
Yeah.
know,
When she started to say it was my turn, you could have said no. No. She had a whole month that I hide it myself because of
oh,
her teasing
I
me,
was
making
absorbed
me
chanting.
afraid of
Yeah,
her.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I was absorbed chanting. I didn't think any. I didn't. It's hard. I just wanted to get the thing down so I could chant Hare Krishna. That's why I said. Just I kept pushing it down. Yeah, yeah. Like Shama Sundar said, I'm getting my karma back. This is my karma, my bad karma. Come online and speak. Yeah.
My actions to protect myself, to
Mhm.
hide myself because I could not swallow the poison anymore. Of
Yeah.
course, it's my responsibility. I'm happy that I did it.
Hmm. Me too. I told you before. I think it's important for you to speak up. You know. I mean, look at River. She speaks up. She speaks. She goes give her now. She feels like free. She's like some princess.
Yeah,
She's a
yeah,
prince.
she's a princess. Yeah,
Princess.
for
She speaks
hours.
what we want,
We,
and you stuff it, you stuff it, and and she speaks and has her free reign and all that, man. You know, see, yeah. She says she. Oh well, you can see.
that's the best one. We are going to turn the tables upside down.
River said Lalita's jealous of her. Oh, interesting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh, from day one. You hear that, Lalita? From day one, you were jealous of her. Uh-oh. Okay, Freddie's defending you here. River speaks for 5 years and she is still F up. Everyone is different spiritually, physically. Yeah, it's a cat fight. Well, hey, William, it's okay. It's okay. Everything is. This is Krishna's arrangement. Oh, we got people taking sides now. Yeah, Sim, he's on Lalita's side. Okay. Andromeda's kind of neutral, blowing off steam. Shamaguri says, "Dear Sim, I can't because she blocked me again." Oh, you know.
Yeah, I blocked Shamagori because she wrote in the groups, and I asked her so many times to defend this group A team and Gorari, not to write things inside, only announcement of videos. And she said, you're a fault finder." No, I'm not a fault. When I
Oh,
asked this to Fanny, she says, "I'm sorry, Lalita, I forgot again. This would be a constructive answer, but if you give the answer, you're a fault finder." Um,
I see.
no, I protect those groups. I
Yeah, yeah.
protect what your groups are. And I do this with everybody. I write personally to all those persons. I put my time in
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
And
good.
everybody says, "Oh, I forgot," except Samagori.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. This is. Yeah. So what else?
Nothing anymore.
Okay. Should I go reading again, or is it anything else you want to say? What are you laughing at? See, now she's laughing. She plus I laughing.
Sorry, then you ask, shall I go reading again? Yeah, Guru Maharaj, okay, continue.
Okay. Yeah. This is family stuff, family affair, Okay, so, all right. This is great. Okay, I love this. All right. Lord Chaitanya, being very compassionate towards a Brahmin named Vasudev, cured him of leprosy. He transformed him into a beautiful man satisfied with devotional service. You could be an ugly man. You know who was ugly? Vedavyas. He was very ugly. He was so ugly, this lady that they wanted to have produce a baby because Vedavyas is a great scholar. They thought produced great progeny. But then when they met him, you know, he came into the assembly. He was the ugliest person. So ugly that the lady that had sex with him had to put a paper bag. Of course, they wouldn't put it over his head, put it over her head. So she couldn't see. She didn't want to see, and to do it. See? But devotional service, look at the book. You would say, "Oh, Veda Vyas, you're beautiful, man. Your words are beautiful." This is what the Lord looks at. This is what the Lord looked at with Vasudev. Vasudev had leprosy, pores, pore, pus coming out of his pores and all that, just externally looking terrible. And people, they say leprosy is horrible and all that. But the Lord looked at him and saw that he was a devotee. He was just naturally accepted his thing. He said, "Listen, I'm a very fallen person, and look at me, I got worms." And he was like so humble, really truly humble from the heart. And the worm would come, and he would pick up the worm that fell off his sores and put it back where it was. See, the Lord saw this. He was looking at the internal condition. The Lord always looks at the internal condition. Gaur Haridas also teaches about the internal condition. You see how Prabhupada put the internal condition in his books, but then he preached the external condition a little bit, get things going, and then, see, get the things going so people could, yeah, yeah. Yeah, get things going so that eventually that now we can speak about the internal condition, and that's where the healing is. That's where people are transformed into devotees, looking very beautiful. See, satisfied with doing pure devotional service. See? Isn't that amazing? It's always the same teaching. It's always the same truth. Yeah. The Lord Sanatana Goswami was the same thing. He had itching sores. He drank this water in Jharkhanda, and bad water. And he got all these itching sores all over his body and everything. Pus was oozing from it and everything. Anybody who saw him would think, oh, this is horrible. Let's go away. He's untouchable. And the Lord saw him, and 3 times he embraced him each time he met him. And Sanatana said, no, look, I got itching sores over there. The Lord didn't care. He went and embraced him because he sees the internal position, see, as a devotee. See, is anybody of us like that on our own? No, we need the mercy. See, and the Lord is embracing us, even though externally we're nothing good. We have bad behavior. Even a lot of devotees have bad behavior. Not nice. They're not like cultured or anything. Mean. Some of them are kind of mean. And still the Lord embraces them because He sees the internal position. Okay? And actually, our conditioning is coming off, even though a lot of times we try to, put the stop on it and all that. And the Lord it just is relentlessly. Sometimes He just keeps bringing it out, keeps pushing our buttons to get this stuff out. So, and that's our weakness. But you know what? Ultimately, even though we don't like it and it's hard and we might need to put some boundaries because it's very painful, still it's oozing out more and more. And then you start to realize that, God, what's there to fear? You see, I'm a spirit soul. I know I went through this. I was in a really bad situations a few times, and it just came out that my weakness, my fears, and all. I didn't want it to. I didn't, and then I realized I'm an immortal person. Nothing can touch my soul. It's all conditioning, everything. And this is part of this process here. We may not like it, but that's just part of it. The Lord wants to make us so that we are impervious to the weaknesses of conditioning, of the world, pushing our condition. That's what Maya is. It's actually the Lord through His Maya doing that, and she's now our helper in this condition. She is actually helping us, even though it's painful. We don't want it. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants to go to the dentist, and have these things. See? But it's all part of it. It's all for the greater good. See? It's like the communism where they want to get us to work for the greater good. Well, that's the shadow. That it never is the really greater good. It's selfish and it's impure and all that. No, the greater good is for the greater good for our relationship with God. Man, the Lord wants that intimacy. That's the secret of the pastime with the gopis. They came and they had some clothing. See, that clothing is the conditioning, the false identification. That we're have weakness, that we're really weak. That this is clothing. See, Krishna's strong, isn't he? See, Krishna is very strong. And the more we get all this clothing off, we start to feel, we become strong. When we're so close to Krishna, we're empowered by that strong Lord. That's when the lion comes out. That's when the authority comes out. And then soft like a flower, like Radharani also. See, so the Lord is working very intricately with all of us. And it's very hard to understand why someone that likes to be in the spotlight so much. I just come to listen and grow and learn. Having respect is important, and that is sometimes far-fetched. Well, this is part of the process. Some devotees, or all of us more or less, need to be basically stripped of the conditioning, and it's painful, and none of us like it. but it's like poison that's in there, and the Lord pops it, and at timely when he wants to release it, and then it gradually. We also have to carefully see how much we can take, and all of that stuff, because ultimately it's none of us should be disturbed by anything. Really, we just go right on, in that relationship. Matter of fact, Nityananda, Lord Chaitanya, he talked about the glories of Nityananda. One of the glories was Lord Chaitanya said, Nityananda, no one can disturb your ecstasy. No one can. See? Nobody could come and get in Nityananda out of his ecstatic worship, no matter how bad they were or how much they tried to push his button or anything. He just went on. That was his glory. And more we become like that. I mean, I'm sorry, man. You're in the Green Berets here. You chose to be here. You guys want Krishna, so Krishna's going all the way with you, man, and getting you there. Even people that are on the chat, they don't understand, you know. But I'm trying to explain it. It's a very deep thing. This is all. This is all good. This is all right. See, this is all right. It's all right. Everything. I loved it. And I mean, Lily said, why are you I don't know. My heart is very happy that you got up there and were yourself, and just speak your mind. Yeah. Yeah. I do believe was some envy between Lalita and got her ears perked up, got River, what's this? What's he going to say? You know what the envy is? I think Lalita was envious of River being able to speak up, and get away with it. No, not being able to speak.
Not
No,
at all. I would not at all, because even now I am ashamed that I'm pushed in a corner until I speak up myself. No, I was not at all. I was very sad, Guru Maharaj. I will tell the truth now for the whole Sangha, that you blocked me for a whole year, that you ordered the whole Sangha to block me for a whole year. Finally, very softly you say she's back. Nobody accepted me back. I have been pushed in the corner for years, not being accepted. You never defended me. I am angry on you. I'm not envious on Yamuna for that. I'm angry on you because this is not fair. And she is blocked from some because of her poison right away, two devotees, and you defend that. And that's annoying many devotees, not only me. But I'm the one again who needs to put the hot things, the hot chestnuts out of the fire to explain all this in name of others. Here I am.
great.
I'm not envious because she speaks up. Not at all. Not at all. Because I'm ashamed that you make me speak up. That's not my style. This was not my education. It's not my culture.
Yeah. Maybe getting a new culture now.
Yeah, you push me.
Why? You know,
Push me in a defense corner. You push me again, and see, I know she's jealous of Yamuna because Yamuna speaks up. No, not at all. Not at all. I'm sad that this happened between you and me. What you did, that makes me very sad. That's very painful still.
still, yeah, yeah. Well, I think Lalita River was jealous of Lalita because of her ecstasy. So I don't know. That's the
About
way.
everything, Jamuna is jealous on me and on others. She's jealous on everything.
See, our safety is in the Lord, and the Lord is here. Hi, you all. Hey, Daphne, welcome. Yeah. This is all, as I say, this is all whatever needs to come out. We need to bring it out to put it on the table, man. Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry the way things went, back then. But it just was what it was. There's nothing I
Yeah.
could.
You could
Yeah.
have defended me and asked the Sangha to accept me again. You knew that they did not that I was not invited. All the parties in Holland and Belgium, Lalita was never there. You knew that. I complained, and you said you can't force people to love. But why can you force me then and everybody to love Yamuna? Why not your Lalita?
Mhm.
That's painful.
Mhm. 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 I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. See, Fanny's defense. You got some defense over there. Fanny says Lalita's not a jealous person at all. Yeah, I agree. I was just saying, maybe, sometimes we see things in people that we would like to have. Like, well, how come? Why would she can do all this and all that? I don't know. I have the feeling that this dynamic between those two are somewhat gonna. It's all gonna be it's in Krishna's plan for some reason. I don't know.
So many have the same feelings as me, Guru Maharaj. It's not only
Yeah,
me.
yeah. The same feelings as what feeling?
Well, yeah. If people block Yamuna, why are you defending that so much? Everybody remembers what happened with me, and that you never defended me. Everybody remembers that.
Yeah. Defended you where? I mean, like when defending when you came back or something, or
When I came back, yeah.
oh, I didn't defend you.
Lost your memory, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. You have no idea how I defended you, or how my Lord defended you. We defended you, but you will shortly. Lalita Ganga. This is so much about personality and has become anything but Krishna. What would Krishna do? Well, actually, yeah, it's about this. Actually, is about personality, the supreme personality of Godhead, William. Yeah, and this is part of the. Hey, man, people. This is part of the progressive path of getting closer and closer to the Lord. Just what's happening here. It's a family. It's almost like. It's like in the world, families fight, and then they get back together. It's just this happen because it happens in the world. Then it happens here, but this is a more permanent bond when we start to get all this and worked out and worked through and all that stuff, and then we stay together forever. Whereas in the world, they have this temporary peace. You ever know the conflict and everything? Then they get peace and they negotiate and the treaties and all that. It's all temporary. This is permanent. When once we are really together and clear, but part of it is self-expression. Even we have to share these things. Get it out, man. It's only the hidden stuff. This is why we're at that time. Whatever has been hidden in our little closets, and we try to push back and all, it's going to come out. It's the Lord doing this through us. We're just instruments for this. But we need to get over a person. Yeah. Well, this is part of it. Personality differences. Basically, we need to get over our conditioning, which is basically it. And we are. We're doing much better than previously. It is growth. We will get over this easily. Yeah. Well, it's all integration stuff. What else? What else there, Lolita?
I don't know. Maybe you should push me in another corner so that I can react.
Push. Okay, I'll read a little bit and let's see where it goes. Yeah. So I offer my respectful obeisances unto the glorious Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All glories to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All glories to Lord Nityananda Prabhu. All glories to Advaita Acharya, and all glories to all the devotees of Lord Caitanya. After delivering Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, the Lord desired to go to South India to preach. So, Lalita, do you have the book up there? Can you read a little bit?
Which one?
It's Majja Lila chapter 7 and text number 5. Thank you.
With my glasses. Chapter 7, text number 5. Sorry. Madhya. Text number 5. There are no texts in it. You mean Chaitanya Charitamrita? I can't hear you anymore now. I was reading Chaitanya Bhagavat. Chapter 7. Text number 5. So at the end there, that sentence? Yeah, okay. My book. Don't think. Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra. Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. At the end of the month of Falguna, he witnessed the Dola Yatra ceremony. and in his usual ecstatic love of God, he chanted and danced in various ways on the occasion during the month of Chaitra while living Jagannath Puri. The Lord delivered Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, and at the beginning of the next month, he decided to go to South India. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he called. He called all these devotees together and holding them by the hand, humbly informed them, "You are all more dear to me." You are more dear to me than my life. I can give up my life, but to give you up is difficult for me. You are all my friends, and you have properly executed the duties of friends by bringing me here to Jagannath Puri and giving me the chance to see Lord. The chance to see Lord Jagannath in the temple. I now beg all of you.
That's the duty, see, of friends. The friends of the Lord is to bring him to Jagannath Puri to see the Lord. See, that's what a friend does for the Lord. When you become the friend of Lord Chaitanya or Krishna, you're always bringing him, see, to the temple. Even by the name, you just erect the temple wherever you are. Just Hare Krishna. See, the duty of a friend is to bring his deepest friend, his best friend, to see Lord Jagannath. Isn't that amazing? We don't have to go anywhere to do that now. See, because we understand the nature of the Lord and his ways, his behavior. You know, he wants the duty of a friend is to bring the Lord to see Lord Jagannath. You know, even physically, when I used to go to Vrindavan, uh, I felt like it was like the Lord saying, "Thank you for bringing me here." I really felt, I experienced, and I always got it was a present given. I got presents there, and to the Lord was thinking, "Oh, you gave me a present. You brought me to the holy place." See, but we're doing that by mantra. The Lord is thinking this. Oh, you brought me to see Lord Jagannath, the Lord of my heart. You see how he did it in his external pastimes, but this is always also reflecting, more importantly, actually, the internal situation. See, that's self-realization. When you know the Lord is your, the Lord says, I could give up my life, but to give you up. When you start saying that to the Lord, then you start to know what is real Krishna consciousness, because you really know that the Lord is your life and soul, literally. There's no greater life than the Lord, no greater happiness than the Lord. This, this meeting, see, this meeting, the Lord, my life and soul has come. Now I'm whole again. Now I'm complete. Now I can understand something. See, to those who worship the Lord with loving ecstasy, that means the Lord is appearing to you. See, and that loving ecstasy is also appearing. Oh, now the right understanding comes. The right real knowledge comes. Otherwise, you just study knowledge, That's why I poo-poo all these so-called leaders. I call them so-called now. Humble them a little bit. This is reality, man. This is the highest reality. Bhagavad Gita 10:10. To those who worship the Lord with loving ecstasy, they got the real understanding. They got the real knowledge. Exactly like the verse says in Prabhupada's book. Go there to get the right understanding. Go get there to get the real knowledge, right? Isn't that common sense? See, this is the light. Jesus said, "If you have a light, don't put a shade over it." I don't want to put a shade. It's just let's bring the light out. The light is the conclusive understanding that they don't know. You have to know that understanding by your experience, by your actions, by your deeds. You got to be the representative of that light. You got to be the real spiritual light, the real guru, the real sun, radiance of God in this world. The conclusive understanding is that true light. That's brighter than this dazzling Brahman fool's gold light. It's not really the ultimate destination. It dazzles. Prabhupada's Upanishad said, one of the early mantras said, "Let that dazzling light part so I can see your form." That form is a conclusive understanding of everything as it is. Complete understanding. Complete love for that understanding. Complete love for that knowledge. See? Now it is finished. Is it finished in you? Yeah, now it is. Internal situation. Yeah. Go ahead, Lalita. Move on. Let's move it on.
Unmute my mic first. And now you are all my friends, and you have properly executed the duties of friends by bringing me here.
The Lord said also, duties as friends you are executed. The Lord came here so that we can become qualified, give us the qualifications so we can execute this duty as his intimate friend anywhere and everywhere. Yeah. See, and the Lord says, "I come to this world," in chapter 4 of Adi Lila, to relish this taste for the name and the pastimes of the Lord. See? And in this way, the devotees will be elevated to the platform of spontaneous love. When I do that here and they see that example and they feel that radiance from that ecstatic devotee, Prema emanates, and by hearing these conclusions, they will be elevated there. And then it is the duty of such devotees to serve the Lord in that way from now on, because otherwise your life goes. You see, we keep doing this every day, don't we? Because this is this is how we maintain our lives. This is our food, isn't it? You notice that? We're actually eating here. We come here to eat. Yeah. See, if you can't eat like this, you're not a liberated soul, my friends. You really aren't. You have to be able to taste this name, and now you're eating something. You're getting some food for the spiritual body. It also eats. What does it eat? It eats the devotional potency. That's why the Lord says, oh, yeah, let me embrace. I want to embrace my devotee. That's my food, is the embrace of a devotee. This union. See, devotee saying too, yeah, Lord, let me embrace you. See, that's my food, is my embracing you, chanting your name, and that mixing intimately with you is my sustenance now. See, that's an associate of the Lord in this world. If you don't meet somebody like that, you don't know anything about the true Lord that's outside of all the 8 coverings of the universe. And they're very thick. All of them. Can you imagine try to get and meet the Lord? That's why a real devotee has to be sent. The saviors have to be sent. And then they make saviors. Wasn't Jesus sent before they made saviors, right? And it was pretty easy. All you had to do is listen to Jesus for a few years, and you would get purified by that powerful word coming from the spirit world. He said, my words are spirit. Well, yeah, all devotees' words are spirit. They're conclusive. They manifest the highest reality from that word. Look at Maya. She manifests the lowest realities from her word, twisted word, dark word. See, lie word, deceptive word. The truth will set you free, right? See, Jesus said he gave the word, he started there. And then Lord Caitanya made more word of truth, more clear words, more deep words about the kingdom. And that's what sets us free, more freedom. You notice a lot of Christians are still hung up. They're not so clear about things because they need more word of the kingdom as it is. Well, that's why Lord Caitanya came. They need to understand this avatar. Otherwise they don't move on either. Just like the devotees, if you don't understand this word and these truths and this association and the reason why Lord Caitanya came, not Krishna, why he came, because he just came to deliver the saints and establish the rules and regulations of that. And most Vaishnavas, 99% of them are in that the Lord came to establish the rules and the regulations, but to only deliver the saints. But hey, man, the Lord Caitanya came to deliver you Vaidhi Bhaktas, man. To deliver you to the spiritual plane of existence. See, existence. It begins to exist in you. You're part of the existence, true existence that lasts forever. Otherwise, you stay like you are, more or less. You don't really advance. Nobody does. Yeah. I had a new age friend in Goa, for years. Actually, all the way back to Harbin Hot Springs. Same friend. Nice person, kind of Brahmin, almost realized type thing, into one love and all that. She's still like that after 40 years. Still, I just see now, she's a Facebook friend, nice lady and everything, but it ain't good enough, man. She's still like she was for 40 friggin' years, still worshiping Osho like I met her, and into Krishna too, but an Osho type Krishna. The guy who didn't believe in the name of Krishna. Can you imagine? He said chanting Krishna's name is like chanting Coca-Cola, and she believes in that. But Hare Krishna, Hare, and she's in Vrindavan now. See, that's 40 years, the same friggin' level. And the Vaishnavas and the invitee. I have god brothers, same as they were when they were initiated by Tamal. They don't advance. And neither did I when I was there. This is so deep, so revolutionary. Look at it, it's changed the lives of everybody. This is as real as it's going to get. Well, little correction. This is as real as it has gotten. And it gets more real all the time because, hey man, spiritual potency is always ever fresh, isn't it? More revelation, more realization, more deeper ecstasy. And a little painful stuff, as we're getting the conditioning out, but, just more room for ecstatic love to fill every more of the pores of our body.
That's it. Yeah.
Go ahead there. Read on.
Sorry, I always unmute my mic not to make noise while you're preaching, Guru Maharaj. So I need to mute it again. Unmute it again. So I now beg all of you for one bit of charity. Please give me permission to leave for a tour to South India. I shall go to search out Vishvarupa. Please forgive me, but I want to go alone. I don't wish to take anyone with me until I return. Rosé to Banda, all of you dear friends, they should remain at Jagannath Puri, knowing everything. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was aware that Vishwarupa had already passed away, but a pretense of ignorance was necessary, however, so that he could go to South India and liberate the people there. Upon hearing this message from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all the devotees became very unhappy and, and they remained silent with solemn faces. Nityananda Prabhu then said, "How is it possible for you to go alone? Who can tolerate this? Let one or two of us go with you. Otherwise, you may fall into the clutches of thieves and rogues along the way. They may be whoever you like, but 2 persons should go with you. Indeed, I know all the paths to the different places of pilgrimage in South India. Just order me, and I shall go with you." The Lord replied, "I'm simply a dancer, and you are the wire puller. However, you pull the wires to make me dance. I shall dance in that way." After accepting the Sayasa order, I decided to go to Vrindavan. But you took me instead to the house of Advaita Prabhu. While on the way to Jagannath Puri, you broke my Sayasa staff. I know that all of you have great affection for me, but such things disturb my activities. Jagadananda wants me to enjoy bodily self-gratification. And out of fear, I do whatever he tells me. If I sometimes do something against his desire, out of anger, he will not talk to me for 3 days. Being a sannyasi, I have a duty to lie down on the ground and to take a bath 3 times a day, even during the winter. But Mukunda becomes very unhappy when he sees my severe austerities. Of course, Mukunda does not say anything, but I know that he is very unhappy within. And upon seeing him unhappy, I become twice so unhappy. Although I am in the renounced order of life, and Damodara is a brahmachari, he still keeps a stick in his hand, just to educate me. According to Damodara, I am still a neophyte as far as social etiquette is concerned. Therefore, he doesn't like my independent nature. Damodara Pandita and others are more advanced in receiving the mercy of Lord Caitanya, Lord Krishna. Therefore, they are independent of public opinion. As such, they want me to enjoy sense gratification, even though it be unethical. But since I am a poor sannyasi, I cannot abandon the duties of the renounced order, and there I follow them strictly. Hmm.
You see how the Lord says you're more. You devotees are more. He's playing the part of a conditioned, like a sannyasi in varnashram dharma. They're not necessarily liberated. They're practicing austerities, renunciation. It's hard, they got to renounce. They really want sense, but they don't. They've got to renounce it. And there's some spiritual, well, not really spiritual power, but you get purified from that for renunciation and austerities. I know. I fasted for 30 days. I know how that is. It's amazing. You feel cleansed and everything, but it's still bodily. It's to do with your mind getting a kind of a cleansing and your body a cleansing. Um, because sometimes the body being dirty gets the mind dirty and stuff. So these austerities are good for that. See, so the Lord is saying, "Oh, but you see, I'm just a renunciate, and renounced sannyasi. But you are more advanced in the mercy of Krishna and are not subject to public opinion. You don't care about it. You see, it doesn't affect you. So you know how people pleasers, they think, oh, if I do that, they're going to think this about me." See, an elevated devotee in the mercy of the Lord, the more mercy you got, the more intimate you are, the less you care about what other people think about what you do. You just go on, serving the Lord, as you're inspired to serve the Lord because your heart is with the Lord's heart. You share the same heart and say, "Oh, the Lord wants this." And people sometimes balk, especially the ones that feel themselves superior. You notice the Vaidhi Bhaktis feel themselves superior here. Like the Damodar Pandit. You see, this is all the pastimes, but it illustrates how the dynamics work in this world. The actual spontaneous devotees appear like neophytes to the what do you call it? The the renounced people, the Brahmins, the ones doing regulative devotional service. The spontaneous devotees seem to be lower, appear to be lower. See, because they have this superior idea, superior ras, they're relishing. See, being superior to others, and that's why has to be dismantled, and that's why the Lord, see, empowers low class, fourth class Sudras to dismantle the false egos of those who are in the superior, feeling themselves superior when they're really not. A lot of people wouldn't listen to Lord Chaitanya as a pundit at first because they felt, oh, he's just a child. What does he know? But then he started to show, he started, and then people are, oh my God, where did he get all that knowledge? What do you think is happening here? Well, they thought, what is this guy with a t-shirt? What does he know? Huh? See? And now things are changing, huh? People thinking, where do you hear classes like this? Where do you get knowledge like this? And eventually the sannyasis and in the superior, they all also, because they're getting purified too in various ways. They're getting purified subjectively by our preaching. All us ecstatic devotees here worshiping like this and going through this purification, it's purifying more and more and more. Just of course, we're just part of the Lord's show, man. We have a place. Isn't it nice to know where you belong? To know what your mission is. It's really nice to feel yourselves. You know how many people don't feel like they fit in? They're lost. See, the Lord wants to give them a place, just like the Lord has given us a place. None of us, we were all lost. All of us, we just lost. And now we're found. Remember, amazing grace. I was once lost and now I'm found. See, the Lord found us. We found the Lord found us. And has made us useful in his work, not in the false ego. You know how many people are lost in the false ego work? Oh yeah, I'm going to do this. I envision this. All imaginations, all speculations. Here, and we're engaged in the Lord's confidential work is to get people's soul awakened. This is soul winning. This is soul work. Awaken souls into their relationship with the eternal Lord. It's universal, man. This is good for demons. This is good for demigods. This is good for dogs and cats and trees. Everything has a soul. It's in various levels of ignorance. See, and devotional, even a devotee chanting in the world, it reverberates against a tree or the walls or anything. That's why Bhaktisiddhanta said, you don't have anybody attending, preach to the walls. Everything is hearing, everything has ears. And when the transcendental vibration is being preached, the conclusive truth, oh my God, the whole universe is beginning to vibrate in joy, actually, in purification, real purification. Do you think there's any more purification as powerful as devotees chanting in ecstasy? No, there isn't. And that intimacy manifested in the world is the most powerful purification in the universe. It purifies the whole universe. That's the words of Lord Caitanya. Chaitanya Bhagavan. The chanting, the ecstatic devotion, chanting of devotees purifies the whole universe. The word, the conclusive understanding purifies the whole universe. You find out the highest reality that you didn't know before. It makes that reality manifest in you that is inconceivable, unattainable, attainable. That's why devotees must come here. Even the Lord came here as a devotee to teach devotional service by practicing it himself. Practicing what? The Vaidhi regulations, that kind of practice? No, practicing ecstatic chanting of the Lord's name because he was qualified to do that. And he showed the example. He became qualified by taking initiation, by accepting the shelter of an ecstatic devotee who accepted the shelter of an ecstatic devotee. Madhavinda Puri gave that ecstasy to Ishvara Puri, which awakened it in Lord Caitanya, who spread it and awakened it to the whole world. Okay. Then gradually it just kind of dissipated for a while and is revived again. Here, this way of worship. Okay. So people see, what is this? Why are you acting independently? Well, we have more of the mercy of Lord Caitanya. And that's what we're here to show. I don't have to be anything special. I don't have to put on airs. I don't have to dress any different way. I don't have to execute rigid austerities. I don't have to follow a regulative program, except sleep right. That's important there, Tom. good rest, and good food. The Buddha idea, moderation, just eat nicely, and all is well, because this is it, man. This is I attained everything I came to this planet to attain. Now I'm just here to share, man. And by attaining more, because you become very spiritually greedy, you gotta, this is your food forever. Now you're really eating. Now your soul is eating, and now you're sharing that with the world. That's Lord Chaitanya's mood. His mood begins to work in you, because why? We're devotees of Lord Chaitanya, right? We're not devotees of Radha and Krishna only, who just kept this in there. They were, if you just say, I'm a devotee of Radha and Krishna, that's why they're the no-shows. You notice they're more predominant Radha Krishna, Radhi, and they keep it in Vrindavan. They don't express it. Like Lord Caitanya is magnanimous and munificent, because he gave this to others. What are you doing? You with a real associate, obviously, because you got this devotion. You didn't have it before like this. You don't hear me saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, this is too confidential to show," and they don't even have this. Because if they had this, they would be like Lord Chaitanya and distributing it. They would be Radha and Krishna expressed, like Jesus Christ's path is Lord Chaitanya expressed and taught. So you can't touch this, man. Where's that song? You can't touch this preaching. You can't touch this ecstasy, and that's just a fact. Prove it, Mr. Acharya Daves. Radhanath, you come here, prove you got this kind of information, this kind of knowledge, this kind of understanding, and this kind of ecstasy. You prove it. You won't. You're afraid. You just can't do it. And your false egos are just a little too rich. Fragile. Because you got all these followers, and you're just hanging by a thread, you guys. Come here. We'll make that thread a rope. See? And then you'll pull your disciples out. Come on, why wouldn't you want to do that? Just accept a little humble pie. You can't touch this preaching. You can't touch this ecstasy. We already won. So who wants the glory first? Come here for the glory, man. We'll teach you, how to not depend on props. You don't have to depend on props. Whether you wear a dhoti or sannyas or tees or not, you'll have the truth and set people free. Anybody coming here, you come here. If you come here and you listen and you hear, you'll see this is shelter, man. This is the awakening here. You get the awakening and the shelter for that awakening, so it grows. Right there, Lalita? Yeah. I may have so many faults. I may not give everything, but I may be Mr. Prick and just uncompassionate and all of that, but we get the work done here. I may get chastised.
I'm listening to your freaking voice.
What?
I'm still listening to your freaking voice.
I may get chastised, but we get the work done. That even Lalita has to say, well, he's a prick, he's an asshole, he doesn't do it, but still, I don't know. She's listening to his voice.
You're a prick or an asshole?
No, I know. You can sing that song. I don't know why I love him. He's just a man. What is he? He's just a man. Why is he? Why do I still like this guy? MC Hammer, right? Can't touch this. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get some sound effects, man. I'm gonna make this a fun thing, comedy act. Otherwise, this truth is so heavy. It's got to be. You have to have a lot of comedy here, man. Especially look at the stuff we get into here, man. The whole here we get the whole enchilada. We're in Mexico here. You see, playa, man. Here's the place that I like this name. I'm in playa because it's a place to play. Playa, play area. You know, we play here every day. Yeah. Go ahead there, Lolita. Read on.
Okay. You should all, therefore, remain here in Ilachala for some days while I tour the sacred places of pilgrimage alone. Actually, the Lord was controlled by the good qualities of ownership. I know about them. He was controlled by the good qualities of all his devotees. On the pretense of attributing faults, he tasted all these qualities.
Yeah, you see, that's another interesting thing here. he, that's why people don't understand my mind. You know why? A lot of times they see there's conflict here. There's drama. And I'm sitting there smiling. I don't know. I a lot of people think that's really bad. This is cheating. Why are they doing this? This is not great. But this is wonderful. These are relationships between devotees, man. The Lord loves it, man. He loves the relationships devotees have, even if they're bickering and fighting. He loves it. I know it may be hard to understand, but Jagannatha Pandit, he he wanted the Lord to have this scented oil to be rubbed on him, and the Lord refused. I said, I can't accept this scented oil, and he agitated Jagannatha Pandit. And Jagannatha Pandit, you know what he did? He goes and he gets this, and so the Lord says, I can't accept this oil. I'm a sannyasi and blah, 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 like this. He said, who told you these lies? And he grabs a bottle of oil and he breaks it on the ground. And then he goes and pouts for 3 days, fasts, Did that diminish his love for the Lord? No. After 3 days, the Lord said, okay, that's enough. Go cook my food. And then all of a sudden, Jagannatha comes back and he starts cooking and all that stuff. See? Everything was a symptom of their love, his love for the Lord. That shows up here too. Even though I piss a lot of people off sometimes, or you piss each other off, your love for the devotees will never diminish, really. That's a symptom of real love. We may bicker and fight. In the world, it's not always like that. You may leave, bicker and fight, and then you leave and don't ever meet again. See? Amy Rose says, you are too attractive to keep away from. Once you pop the fun, don't stop when it comes to you and your preaching. Yeah. So anyway, symptom of love is even though things happen and they may not feel right or everything, but you're fighting and all that, they always make up, and because it's this is eternal. If it's going on here, it goes on in the spiritual dimension, my friends. That's what we're learning here. That's what the Lord's using everything. He's very thrifty. He uses everything, for our welfare. I mean, if I understood how great this was, I always want to understand how great this is that we're here. And I see little glimpses more and more. It's just amazing. Look at so many people have found shelter here in our little Sadhu Sangha program. And the spirit is growing here. You see, Maya can't take it down. Even our weaknesses, we're overcoming them more and more and more. This is called true Sadhu Sangha. This is why this will grow here. This is that circle of protection that Nityananda drew around Sita, who represents the budding bhakti of a devotee. You know, it's budding, it's growing, it's tender, and it needs to grow. Yeah, go ahead, Lalita, read on.
Unmute. Yeah. No one, no one can properly describe Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya's affection for his devotees. He always tolerated all kinds of personal unhappiness resulting from his acceptance of the renounced order of life.
You know, isn't that like, to me, I can totally relate to that statement. The Lord has uh, endured so much unhappiness being in my association. I'm sure maybe you guys think, you know how much nonsense we've done and maybe still doing? The Lord's tolerating it, isn't he? Because he's given us this devotion and knows by and by we're just children and we're growing up. You know, gradually will probably be more and more like, you know, the examples like Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami, very naturally renounced. Naturally, they just love doing devotional service. They did it so much. 24 hours a day they did it. But look at us, you know. The Lord is tolerating all of our stuff. So what a wonderful father and mother. What a perfect father. Could you imagine if we had fathers and mothers like that in this world? But we, because you can't have that. But the Lord's doing that with us because the truth will. He's tolerating all this unhappy because it's our duty ultimately. It's our pleasure ultimately to give the Lord pleasure. That's perfection. Not to, you know, engage in all these material mundane things really, and marriages and all that stuff. If you know, you check your only thing, it doesn't really give the Lord real happiness in the heart, these things that we do, but he tolerates it, doesn't he? Amazing. This is our Lord, man. And he keeps coming back and showing himself and purifying us regardless. I feel so blessed and fortunate to have that kind of God that is like that he actually shows me these things. He said, because I look at these pastimes, you know, try to give him some happiness so I get happiness whenever I do. You know, and then we got friends here like this, you know, that we're going through all these things. It's great, isn't it? Okay, Lalita, go on, move on.
The regulative principles observed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were sometimes intolerable, and all the devotees became greatly affected by them. Although strictly observing the regulative principles, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could not tolerate the unhappiness felt by his devotees. Therefore, to prevent them from accompanying him and becoming unhappy, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu declared their good their good qualities to be false. For devotees then humbly insisted that we go with the Lord. But Lord Chaitanya, this is so much love. The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu being the independent Supreme Personality of Godhead, he did not accept their request, their input. Lord Nityananda said, whatever you order is my duty, regardless of whether it results in, in happiness or unhappiness. Yet I still submit one petition to you. Please consider it. And if you think it proper, please accept it. You must take with you a loincloth, external clothes, and a water pot. You should take nothing more than this. Since your two hands will always be engaged in chanting and counting the holy names, how will you be able to carry the water pot? An external garment. When along the way you fall unconscious in ecstatic love of God's head. Who will protect your belongings, the water pot, the garments, and so forth. Sri Nityananda Prabhu continued. Here is a simple Brahmana named Krishnadas. Please accept him and take him with you. That is my request. He will carry your water pot and garments. You may do whatever you like. He will not say a word. Accepting the request of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, Lord Caitanya took all his devotees and they went to the house of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. As soon as they entered his house, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he offered the Lord obeisances and the place to sit. After seating all the others, the Bhattacharya took his seat. After they had discussed various topics about Lord Krishna, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu informed Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, I have come to your place just to receive your order. My elder brother, my elder brother Visvarupa has taken sannyasa and gone to South India. Now I must go search for him. Please permit me to go. I must tour South India. With your permission, I shall soon return very happily. Upon seeing this, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya became very, very much agitated, catching hold. Catching hold of the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He gazed in sorrowful reply. After many births, due to some pious activity, I got your association. Now Providence is breaking this unvaluable association. If a thunderbolt falls on my head, or when my son dies, can tolerate it, but I cannot endure the unhappiness. But I cannot endure the unhappiness of separation from you. My dear Lord, you are the independent supreme personality of Godhead. Certainly you will depart. I know that. Still, I ask you to stay here a few days more so that I can see your lotus feet. Upon hearing Java Baba Bhattacharya's request, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu relented.
Hey, let's let Tom read a little bit. Thank you, Lalita. That's great. Awesome.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you, Lilita. Thank you, devotees. Thank you, Shri Haridas. Upon hearing Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's request, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu relented. He stayed a few days longer and did not depart. The Bhattacharya eagerly invited Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to his home and fed him very nicely. Oh my God. Wow. Wow, when the Lord answers our prayers, it's so sweet. And it's completely peace. Wow, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. The Bhattacharya's wife, whose name was Sati Mata, the mother of Sati, did the cooking. The narrations of these pastimes are very wonderful. Wow, how sweet this fulfillment. Later, I shall tell about this in elaborate detail, but at present I wish to describe Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's South Indian tour. After staying 5 days at the home of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally asked his permission to depart for South India. After receiving the Bhattacharya's permission, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to see Lord Jagannath in the temple. He took Bhattacharya with him. Seeing Lord Jagannath, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also begged his permission. The priest then immediately delivered prasadam and a garland to Lord Chaitanya. Wow. I love beautiful endings, continuations, continuing the story, the lila. He leaves everything so completely satisfied. Oh my God, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So completely peaceful. Hare Krishna. And even it's all so completely continuing. Yes. Thus, receiving Lord Jagannath's permission in the form of a garland, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu offered obeisances, and then, in great jubilation, he prepared to depart for South India. Yeah. Accompanied by his personal associates and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu circumambulated the altar of Jagannath. The Lord then departed on his South Indian tour. While the Lord was going along the path to Alalanath, which was located on the seashore, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya gave the following orders to Gopinath Acharya. Bring the 4 sets of loincloths and outer garments I keep at home, and also some prasadam of Lord Jagannath. You may carry these things with the help of some brahmana. While Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was departing, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya submitted the following at his lotus feet. My Lord, I have one final request that I hope you will kindly fulfill. One final request that I hope you will kindly fulfill. In the town of Vidyanagar, on the bank of the Godavari, there is a responsible government officer named Ramananda Rai. Wow. Oh, what a beautiful name. What a beautiful energy. Ramananda Rai. Ramananda Rai. Oh, yes. Wow. Just hearing his name, so wonderful. In the town of Vidyanagar, on the bank of the Godavari, there is a responsible government officer named Ramananda Rai. Please do not neglect him, thinking he belongs to a Sudra family engaged in material activities. It is my request that you meet him without fail. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya continued. Ramananda Rai is a fit person to associate with you. No other devotee can compare with him in knowledge of the transcendental mellows. He is the most learned scholar as well as an expert in devotional mellows. Actually, he is the most exalted. And if you talk with him, you will see how glorious he is. Wow. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I could not realize when I first spoke with Ramananda Rai that his topics and endeavors were all transcendentally uncommon. I made fun of him simply because he was a Vaishnava. The Bhattacharya said, by your mercy, I can now understand the truth about Ramananda Rai. In talking with him, you also will acknowledge his greatness. Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu accepted Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's request that he meet Ramananda Rai. Bidding Sarvabhauma farewell, the Lord embraced him. Oh my God. I love beautiful continuations. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked the Bhattacharya to bless him while he engaged in the devotional service of Lord Krishna at home. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. So that by Sarvabhauma's mercy, the Lord could return to Jagannath Puri. Saying this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu departed on his tour. Saying this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu departed on his tour, and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya immediately fainted and fell to the ground. Oh my God. I feel this fainting and falling on the ground in fulfillment, feeling fulfilled. A lot of F's, fainting, falling on the ground. Oh my God. Hare Krishna. When the fulfillment is so overwhelming that we cannot stay grounded or just we fall to the ground. We fall in a Satchitananda position. Whoa. Although Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya.
Did you want to say something, Lalita?
I wanted to. Sorry that I disturbed, but I couldn't follow anymore. I want to ask which verse he is now.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Falling on the ground is text 70. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
No, you're
70
reading something else. You're reading something else, I think.
No.
Are you?
Text
Chapter
70.
I have something else.
What chapter? What do you want?
Okay, I will listen.
No. Just tell her what you're on. The book, chapter,
Yeah,
and verse.
Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 7, text 70.
70 or 70?
70.
70. Okay.
Okay, I have another text.
Are you in the Veda base or are you in the Prabhupada's books? Are you in the
Veda
Veda?
Veda base.
Yeah. I found the Veda base, sometimes they do that. It's strange. The missing. Is it the same text number you have there?
I'm also doing Veda base.
Yeah.
I am saying this Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu departed on his tour. The Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya immediately fainted and fell to the ground. That's text 70.
Yes, right.
So you're on the same thing. So what's the problem?
No problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Text 71. Although Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya fainted, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not take notice of him. Rather, he left quickly. Who can understand the mind and intentions of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Wow. I still feel this fulfillment. He brought fulfillment to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Hare Krishna. And the fulfillment is from this transcendental quality, from this Satchitananda quality. Wow, that's what I feel. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Text 72. This is the nature of the mind of an uncommon personality. Sometimes it is soft like a flower, but sometimes it is hard as a thunderbolt. Yes, but it's always supreme mercy. Even if it's soft like a flower, and sometimes hard as a thunderbolt. This is always, oh, supreme mercy, supreme fulfillment, supreme satisfaction. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Wow, receiving the greatest boon, the greatest mercy, the greatest happiness, the sat and the shit and the yes, the understanding, the clarity, and the happiness, the ananda, the ecstasy. The hearts, 73. The hearts of those above common behavior are sometimes harder than a thunderbolt, and sometimes softer than a flower. How can one accommodate such contradictions in great personalities?
Yeah, that's one of the that's one of the problems of advancing, is because you think that the devotees are like you, but when you start to worship the Lord in ecstasy, it dissolves the subtle body, transforms it. Is better. It transforms your material emotions into spiritual emotions. So what used to move you materially doesn't anymore. What moves you is spiritually. you know yeah, like what causes sorrows, or like there's happy, see, the material emotions are the happiness and distress of the world, the material duality. So the dualities of sorrow, what causes sorrow for people, oh, this poor, I'm sorry for your loss, you lost your money, oh, I'm very sorry. You actually, unless you're bonded with that person's wealth, which is could be in the same family or something, and you're part of that, you're even then you're outside of it. But a devotee, they seem like their hearts are hard. They could be, not all the time, but it could be like they're hard, because what causes sorrow for most people, well, for worldly people, doesn't cause them sorrow anymore. And they wonder, what's wrong with you? Why don't you sympathize? See, you're on a different vibration now. See, so you got to get used to that. I mean, and that's why you associate with more liberated souls who worship the Lord in increasing ecstasy. You see something different in them, even though they're human beings, but there's something different. There's a divine intervention, a divinity that's taking over. They're starting to vibrate on the God level, where liberated souls are. And that association is called Sadhu Sangha. It's the greatest opportunity. It's the whole secret of success here, is that this association. You advance by association here. Yeah, and by hearing the vibration and the emanations and all of that. Yeah, and so you see, Chaitanya Leela is teaching these things. Otherwise, people, you don't advance very fast in Vaidhi Bhakti. You just kind of, if you come up to the platform of regulative devotional service, you die on that platform unless this divine intervention is here. See, now is the opportunity for this intervention. People can come. We're announcing it. Hey, make way for the way of the Lord. This is the real way of the Lord now. I mean, it's always been the way of the Lord. See, the way of the Lord is his devotee. I mean, all things are leading to that. That's why Jesus was the first conclusive person of the Pharisees. Well, the prophets were also pretty good, but they were influenced by the spiritual potency, and more so the Lord's devotee, Lord Caitanya and his devotees here. They really showed, it made it more clear what is what in this. What is, people don't know what's really going on here. They're relating to everything lopsided. They don't see where it's all going. They don't see the connection with the truth. See, the truth will set you free. The truth is Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, more so. See? Vrindavan. our awakening to that, that spiritual eternal reality, even here. Isn't it wonderful? We're here in this world, but also not of this world. We're of the spiritual world, see? And we manifest that world here, manifest it in others, to the point that, very good, hey man, I'm on board. You want to come on board? Come on, I'm on board. See, you can't come on board unless you're on board. That's what Krishna is looking at. Not so much a lot of us have problems, Gaura included. We got a problem, but we stay on board, right? We don't jump ship, do we? Eh? And that goes for anybody. This may appear to be problematic. Lalita, fighting with River, and River fighting with Lalita, and their little battles and all that. But don't jump ship, man. This is all part of it. It's all part of the thing. It's all part of the elevation of the devotees. Stay on board, man. Everybody. And it'll all become clear. You will start to see how the Lord was behind the scenes. Okay, Tom, go ahead. Continue. That's great.
Lord Nityananda Prabhu raised Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. He lifted him up. It's everything is uplifting here. Lord Nityananda Prabhu raised Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, and with the help of his men saw him to his home. Yes. Oh my God. It's just continuing this flow of mercy and flow of upgrading and raising and elevating. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Immediately, all the devotees came and partook of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's company. Afterwards, Gopinath Acharya came with the garments and prasadam. 76. All the devotees followed Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to a place known as Alalanat. There they all offered respects and various prayers. In great ecstasy, in great ecstasy, in great ecstasy, in great ecstasy, in great ecstasy. I want to know the Sanskrit word. In great ecstasy of love of Godhead. Prema Avesh. Prema Avesh. In the great ecstasy of love of Godhead. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced and chanted for some time. Indeed, all the neighbors came to see him. Wow. 78. All around Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all around Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is also known as Gaura Hari, Gaura Hari. People began to shout the holy name of Hari, Lord Chaitanya, immersed in his usual ecstasy of love. Yes. For his usual ecstasy of love. For many, it's very uncommon. Immersed in his usual ecstasy of love, danced in the midst of them. The body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was naturally very beautiful. The body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was naturally very beautiful. It was like molten gold dressed in saffron cloth. Indeed, he was the most beautiful for being ornamented with the ecstatic symptoms Wow, yes. Oh my God. I again want to know the Sanskrit words. He was the most beautiful for being ornamented with the ecstatic symptoms, which caused his bodily hair to stand on end, tears to well up in his eyes, and his body to tremble and perspire all over. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Okay. Whoa. Like molten gold, Kanchana Sadrisa. Deha, a body. Aruna, saffron. Vasan, garments. Pulaka Ashru, standing up of bodily hair and crying. Kampa, trembling. Sveda, perspiration. Tahati, therein. Bhushan, the ornaments. Therein the ornaments. Tahate Bhushan. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Whoa. 80. Everyone present was astonished to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dancing and his bodily transformations. Whoever came did not want to return home. Wow, beautiful sentence. Of course, we don't know. We don't want to go home. We forget home. Because this home is surpassing the qualities of the previous home. Whoever came did not want to return home. Wow. In the synonyms, all people came there. Anyone not goes home. Present tense. Anyone not goes home. Wow. All people came there. Anyone not goes home. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Lilita, you want to read a little bit more? Yeah. Okay, Tom, thank you. That's awesome.
Upon seeing the chanting, upon seeing the chanting and dancing of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Nityananda predicted that later there would be dancing and, and chanting in every village. See, that it was already getting late. Lord Nityananda Prabhu, the spiritual master, he invented a means to disperse the crowd. When Lord Nityananda Prabhu took Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for lunch at noon, everyone came running around him, running around them. After finishing their pots, they returned at noon to the temple. Admitting his own men, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, he closed the outside door. Gopinath Acharya then brought prasada for the two lords to eat. And after they had eaten, The remnants of the food were distributed. To all the devotees. Hearing about this, everyone there came to the outside door, and they began chanting the holy name. Hari, Hari, Hari. Thus there was a tumultuous sound. After lunch, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made them open the door. In this, everyone received his audience with great pleasure. The people came, and they went until evening. And and all of them became Vaishnava devotees. And began to chant and dance. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu passed the night there, and he discussed the pastimes of Lord Krishna with his devotees with great pleasure. The next morning, after taking his bath, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started on his South Indian tour. He bade farewell to the devotees by embracing them. Although they all fell. Although they all fell to the ground unconscious, the Lord did not turn to see them, but proceeded onward in separation. In separation, the Lord became very much perturbed. And he walked on unhappily. His servant Krishna, Krishna Das, who was carrying his water pot, followed behind. All the devotees remained there and fasted, and the next day they all unhappily returned to Jagannath Puri. Almost like a mad lion. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went on his tour, filled with ecstatic love and performing Sankirtan, chanting Krishna's names as follows. The Lord chanted, chanting this verse, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, known as Gaurari, he went on his way. As soon as he saw someone, he would request him to chant. Hari. Hari. Hari, Hari. Whoever heard Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu chant Hari, Hari, also chanted the holy name of Lord Hari and Krishna. In this way, they all followed the Lord, very eager to see him. After some time, the Lord, he would embrace these people and bid them return home, having invested each of them with spiritual potency. Each of these each of these empowered persons would return to his own village, always chanting the holy name of Krishna, and sometimes laughing, crying, and dancing. Such an empowered person would request everyone and anyone, whoever he saw, to chant the holy name of Krishna. In this way, all the villagers would also become devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. People from different villages who came to see such an empowered individual would become like him simply by seeing him and receiving the mercy of his glance. When each of these newly empowered individuals returned to his own village, he also converted the villagers into devotees. And when others came from different villages to see him, they were also converted. In this way, as empowered men from one village to another, all the people of South India became devotees. Thus many hundreds of people became Vaishnavas when they passed the Lord on the way, and they were embraced by him. In whatever village. In whatever village Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed to accept alms, many people came to see him. By the mercy of the Supreme by the mercy of the Supreme Lord, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, everyone everyone became a first-class devotee. Later they became teachers or spiritual masters and liberated the entire world. In this way, the Lord went to the extreme southern part of India, and he converted all the provinces to Vaishnavism. Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu did not manifest his spiritual potencies at Navadvip, but he manifested in South India. And he liberated all the people there. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his empowering of others can be understood by one who's actually a devotee of the Lord. And who has received his mercy. If one does not believe in the uncommon transcendental pastimes of the Lord, is vanquished both in this world and in the next. Whatever I've stated about the beginning of the Lord's story should also be understood to hold for as long as the Lord toured South India, where Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to the holy place known as Kurmakshetra. He saw the deity and he offered prayers. He offered prayers and obeisances. While in this place, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in his usual state of ecstatic love of Godhead. And he was laughing, crying, dancing, and chanting. Everyone who saw him was astonished. After hearing of these wonderful occurrences, everyone came to see him there. When they saw the beauty of the Lord and his ecstatic condition, they were awestruck with wonder. Just by seeing Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu, everyone became a devotee. Absolutely. They began to chant Krishna and Hari and all the holy names. They were all merged in a great ecstasy of love. And they began to dance, raising their arms. Always hearing them chant the holy names of Lord Krishna. The residents of all the other villages, they also became Vaishnavas. Just a minute. By hearing the holy name of Krishna, the entire country became Vaishnava. It was as if the nectar of the holy name of Krishna overflowed the entire country. After some time, when Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu manifested his external consciousness, a priest of the Lord, Kurmadeti, gave him various offerings. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mode of preaching was already been explained, and I shall not repeat the explanation. In whichever village the Lord entered, his behavior was the same.
You feel like you want to continue, or is that enough for now?
It's okay for
It's
now.
good for now. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, thank you for reading there, everybody, and also for coming, everyone. And we'll be back in a little bit. Unless somebody else is giving class too, you can come attend those. Hare Krishna, everybody, and thank you, Lolita. It's awesome.